So let's go on to the next article. This one is in the Marble Channel. Hershey sued for failing to disclose some dark chocolate products contain lead and cadmium. Talk about dark chocolate.
That's a new meaning to secret ingredients.
That's heavy, man. It's pretty heavy. Well, just think of it. Now you are lead lined, and so you'll be impervious to radiation. No? So, a New York man sued Hershey on Wednesday in federal court, accusing the international candy company of failing to disclose. I don't think disclosing is really the issue here. Failing to disclose that some dark chocolate products contain excessive levels of lead and cadmium.
Yeah, who approved those recipes?
In a where, hey, you don't get a Hershey bar this big that still weighs 2 pounds by it being just pure chocolate. Come on. In a class action, that's how you get shrinkflation. The weight stayed the same, it got smaller, and it cost more because there's cadmium.
Oh my goodness, it all makes sense.
In a class action complaint filed in the U.S. District Court in New York's Eastern District, I love how that all just kind of flows along. Christopher Lazzaro alleged the Hershey Company engaged in deceptive business practices after new testing showed high levels of lead in 3 of its products. It's kind of like how people recycle aluminum but fill it with sand so it weighs more when it gets checked in. Or the dudes that won the fishing competitions by stuffing it with beer cans. So, just a little word of warning, because this is also a PSA kind of a show. Those products were Hershey's special dark, mildly sweet chocolate. That mildly sweet comes from cadmium, and the special ingredient is lead. And Lily's extra dark chocolate, that too is extra dark because of cadmium. And Lily's extreme dark chocolate has both lead and cadmium. Cadmium.
It gives it that certain je ne sais quoi.
I love it. It's the chef's kiss. So, what do you think of this? Does it make you want to go out and get chocolate?
It makes me terrified to get any chocolate.
Considering Christmas just passed, I think I'm probably going to have to go get my stomach pumped. Brad Dress over at The Hill wrote this article, and it says here consumers rely on Hershey to be truthful regarding the ingredients. The lawsuit reads, adding that people are concerned with what is in the food that they are putting into their bodies, as well as the parents and caregivers being concerned with what they are feeding their children in their care. And by the way, I haven't done any research with cadmium, but lead actually um, is deposits itself in the brain. It, from my understanding, it traverses the blood-brain barrier and is a heavy metal, and so it stays in your body. And over time, it actually harms you to a great extent. So, lead is a toxic metal that can be extremely harmful to humans when consumed at any amount, potentially causing damage to kidneys, brain, and other parts of the body. Yeah, so it says here in the article that cocoa bean shells are one source of lead. Most contamination occurs during the shipping or processing of the beans and in manufacturing. And cadmium, another element found in the Earth's crust, has been used to make batteries and other products. People are generally exposed to the cancer causing agent by breathing tobacco smoke or eating cadmium contained foods.
So all the people avoiding cigarettes are now because they ate a piece of chocolate or are contaminated by the same thing.
Correct. Maybe not to the same level. But yeah, I mean, you walk by people that are smoking cigarettes, and you are potentially breathing in cadmium. Beautiful. It will. uh, Cigarettes in and of themselves, they have tar, like the road tar, in them to slow down the burn rate so that people feel that what they're smoking is worth the value. Because normally, un it's retardant, so it's to slow it down. So pure tobacco will burn through fast, and so people feel gypped. And so I don't think that's the right term anymore. They feel cheated. They feel robbed of their value. Um, and so the um, objective was to slow down the burn rate so that people felt fulfilled and that they were paying that amount of money um, for something that provided an extended good feel, right? And that's what the nicotine is all about. Anyway, Hershey's special dark, mildly sweet chocolate contained 265% of the threshold for lead, while Lily's extra dark chocolate contained 144%. It's disturbing that there is any allowable level of lead in chocolate, but and then finally, Lily's extreme dark chocolate contained 143% of the maximum level for lead and was also 101% above the level for cadmium.
I mean, they're gonna have to start labeling chocolate as not safe for kids under a certain age.
Or people. That kind of sucks.